Welcome to another workshop video from Toro University. In today's video we will be talking about building AI agents, tools, techniques and career pathways. Please welcome tonight's host Lasha Gochashvili.
So first agent, I'm gonna build a sum up, like a agent that sums up emails that we received last 24 hours. You can set, last 1 week, last 1 month, but for now, I'm focusing on sum up the emails. I'm gonna use Nathan. So this name is very hard to say, so I will call it Nathan. This is a AI automation. Then another agent that I'm gonna build before you is going to be agentic AI system. Researching and writing article. I will have a bunch of the agents doing that for us, so it will be fun to see. And the last one, a little bit complicated system. This is a RAG system. I'm gonna talk a little bit, of course, beforehand. So all of the systems are available for free or with a trial. First one is open source. I subscribed the trial. Second one is also free source, open source, but obviously if you are enterprise, you need to subscribe. And Snowflake has like 30 days of free trial, so you can all try this. Let's see. So a little bit about me. I think Lushan already covered that, so I'll just mention that I have 7 years of experience, but I split that into different things like data analytics, data science, and AI engineering, and I will explain that why, because I think they are different. I graduated last year in May, and I joined one of the best American company in restaurant, and I'm senior data scientist now. And I am leading a development of enterprise-grade GenAI systems from zero to production. So I think I have things to share with you. So stay tuned. Well, let's go back to the basics, little bit of the foundations before I go from generic perspective to very specific examples. Well, I think we all agree that sometimes data science is not AI. So where's AI engineering, which I think I'm gonna mention a lot of things about this area. This is, I put here in machine learning, close to deep learning, but also has a connection with some data pipelines, right? And also language synthesis and some of the things here you see. But I think this fits here. Now, there is this question that is, oh, this is hype or this is a real thing? I think the audience we love to talk with facts and data. So here's the thing. I think I can use that. So this zero line is basically the human performance. And any line that crosses this zero means that machines outperforms the humans, right? Very long time it did not, but I think it hit around 2013, then it started outperform, and this was about handwriting recognition here, and then the other one was image recognitions when ImageNet came in and actually outperformed the human performance. But this study was done with different types of the problems, and you can see that after deep learning and large language models over here, it's starting exploding, right? And when it was necessary a decade to outperform human, now you see those lines are just exponentially. So that's why I think it gives me right to say that it is not a hype, because people will understand if they are doing actually AI, that it is much serious thing here. Now, next slide is, you see again the concentration of all the models that started popping up during post deep learning era. And then I think we're somewhere here, because this study was done just, some time ago, but it's still visible that a lot of models were trained because training computation cost gets cheaper, and it's gonna be cheaper and cheaper, and we're gonna see this. I did not put here just not to manipulate, but I have seen graphs like this going, even exponential, even like this, right? So this is interesting, and I thought to bring it up before you because this is academia and we appreciate the data and the research. All right, and where we stand now, I think this slide explains pretty well. Currently, we're still interns. Like, you've seen ChatGPT, you played around and you did some things, but you still don't like trust like 100%. Like it still like falls short, right? That's where we can see that, well, it's kind of like good intern, right? As of now. And I've seen like enterprises building some AI systems. It's still like they are not giving access to this financial or accounting because it still lacks a lot of things, right? And that's why, however, we are going to get to the level where we will have PhD level. So I think that's what's coming. Let's go to AI agent, and I will start probably soon to show you the AI automation with Nathan. Very simple. AI agent definition is that you have input, you have output, and you apply brain to the input to get the output. Now, brain here is the LLM, right? With brain inside the AI agent, you also have the instructions, like generic instructions. So how the brain needs to behave when it comes to like PII data, hallucinations, in different scenarios, right? And then you have tools and you have some memory just to learn when you interact with the AI, and every time you interact, next time it becomes better and better because it learns by itself, and that's where it comes that memory piece. Now, this was probably the simplest graph I could put here, but I think it's clear what is AI agent. Well, this is more complicated slide, but if you look at each piece, it's no different than what I said. Basically, agent has tools. Tools can be setting up a calendar meeting, right? Or let's say summarizing email, or writing a text, doing a lot of things, right? Search, web search. These are all tools. Then we have memory, again, short-term, long-term memory, and cache, which is like just improves the agent to be faster, right? Because it just improves based on the chat history and some patterns. You have planning because when it comes to the complex AI systems, AI agentic systems, so one task can be basically delegated. Imagine a human, right? You have tools, you know things, you graduated from Turo, you have done some projects, you know how to do Power BI, SQL, build the database systems, and then you have this memory because you read, you did this experience, and now to do one task is okay to do it by yourself, but when you are doing a system or building a project, you need team, so you need to delegate, right? So then where it comes like multiple agents. I think we're going right. So there is a difference between AI agents and agentic AI. I know for some it may be confusing. Wait, well, what is it? But again, AI agent is basically a simple task. Write me a cover letter, like based on these ABC characteristics. This is one task, right? But agentic AI, it's more like autonomous decisions. Like you build this bunch of the agents and they delegate to each other. You have seen the Vimo, right? It's basically agentic system, the self-driven cars, because it learns over, and there's multiple agents. That one is extracting data, the second one is analyzing, the other one is splitting into tasks, and the other one is monitoring and evaluating, right? So that's the difference between them, and this is the another visualization to better understand difference between single agent, multi-agent. Single agent, you have one output, brain output. Multi-agent, you have multiple agents working for you. Basically, imagine a department, right? Art department or marketing department doing different things. One is content writer, another is email generator or planner and things like that. All right. I hope that's interesting. We're gonna start now building a first AI agent. I'm gonna use N18. So when you sign up, this is how it looks like. Basically, it's drag and drop agentic flow. And what we're going to do today with this framework, I am going to create email summary, right? So email summary is that I use my email basically last 24 hours and to see, let's say, what kind of emails I've received, just to sum up and do some actions, right? If AI saw something that I have to act, like for example, attend Turo AI agents workshops. I was invited, so I have to attend, and I'm attending. And there is some I need to fix something. So it's interesting because I did not have time to check the emails today, and I can set up that maybe after work to check. This is my personal email. I can go ahead and make some actions here and see what was the summary. You can set up a week or month summary as you want. How am I going to do that? I'm going to build this flow, which is a AI automation. Now, this piece, so where is AI here? We're getting data. We're scheduling scheduler, like to send something, this flow, to run this flow. We're fetching all the data last 24 hours. I'm organizing emails, summarizing emails with AI, and I'm sending this summary of emails and actions to myself once a day or once a day. Yeah, basically. All right, let me build that pretty quick here so that you see what it takes. It's super easy, but I want you to see the art of possible, right? What you can do with these AI tools at your workplace, at your personal life, private projects, or so many things. You can go to the library to check into the N810 library what you can do. But I'm gonna go ahead and start here. So first of all, I need the scheduler. So schedule trigger, and then I'm going to set 8 a.m. here so that this workflow is scheduled at 8 a.m. Okay, thanks. Nothing else. Going back. Now I have the schedule. You can rename that schedule trigger 8 a.m. Right? We have first. Now I think next one why I need to fetch emails of last 24 hours. I'm gonna click plus here. It has a connector to anything. I know some of you have Outlook, so you can try Outlook, but I'm gonna try Gmail since I'm using Gmail first. So I'm gonna get many messages because I want to fetch last 24 hours. Now you can do like last 50, or I want to show you advanced stuff. So you will see here to filter last 24 hours, and I have a ready code, and I'm not sure if I put that in my GitHub, but I am going to do that. What it does, basically, it gets all the emails from this date. Now it's 15, so last 24 hour it takes. Let me see if I'm gonna get all because it's 24. If I do not have this filter, I need to fetch only last 24. All right, so let me get now. It should bring some emails. Yeah, very good. 26 items. I have that step. Now, next one, I need to do organize email, aggregate. This is going to be aggregate node. So what I'm going to aggregate is everything. Now, you saw it, I had 26 items, so I need to get this into one so that I can pass it to AI to summarize. So that's like I'm helping AI basically. So here is the what you can get, like all the data structure, but I'm gonna be very fast so that we don't waste time to manage other things as well. I'm gonna put here all the data fields that I need, which is like ID of the email, from to copy, and then snippet is basically the text, right? So let me see if I'm not missing it. Yeah. Okay, we need to get one item instead of the 16. So everything is here. Now I'm ready to pass that to AI, which is here. Let me get to OpenAI. Create an assistant. I'm gonna get an assistant. Now, I think I did not show you the Gmail, but it's pretty easy. What do you need to do if you're first time in this area? You need to connect your API account, which means that you need to go to the OpenAI and create the API keys. I think you have $5 in the beginning, but it's enough to test. You can create and copy the secret key and paste here, and that's the only thing you need to do. You leave everything else as is. Now, let me quickly organize here. I need text, so resources text. Message model from, I'm gonna choose the model. So I'm gonna use 4.0 latest model, and the prompt, because I wanted to save time, I already have a prompt designed. So I'm gonna open that expression here and paste prompt, and you get the prompt, and what is left? Basically, output needs to be JSON. Okay, let's execute this. All right, so here's a summary. It's summed up in 9 points, and then there are actions. So Lasha needs to attend the workshop at Turo University, and the other, here is that I need to participate here. I need to confirm Snowflake account. I need to review this bootcamp. And then there was something reservation, things like that. Very nice. So I got summary, and now I need to send to myself. I hope we are following, right? I'm trying to be very descriptive and slow, because I really want to show you, because this is a lot of things you can do with this automation, so that you focus on the things that really matters. Send message. So I've got everything. I need to send message. I'll send to myself. I'll put myself here. Subject line I already designed. So subject line will be something like this. You will see in the message. I need to put a little code here, but I'm gonna share this code so that you don't spend much time on that. And then you will see now, I think I've done everything. Let's execute. Okay, it was aggregated, then AI summed up, and then sends message. Now I need to get a notification. I got it. Now let me check. Here is my summary, email summary, which gives me summary of emails of, I think we counted, it was 26, right? Summary and actions, and like I need to attend, I need to join, troubleshoot, resolve. I had some error with the project, and there was some permissions I granted. So I need to. This is super interesting. Yes. So there is a second agent that I'm gonna run now, which is basically a crew, and this is the agentic AI. Now you have seen the like one task AI agent, right? I gave my emails, aggregated, summed up by AI, and sent back, right? So this was one. Now I have a bunch of the agents that I'm gonna give tasks. So it's like asking to the a department, let's say it's your department, and to get the output that you see, the way you ask. Now, some key elements here that we need to look is each agent has each goal and a role. and the tools we're giving it, right? So some tools can be, as again, web research, website research, or summarization tool, or accessing some CRM system, something like that. These are tools. Process is how agents need to work. They need to delegate, know, or which task needs to be executed first, which one second. The task is, you will see now in practice, the task has a description. Okay, agent can be extractor, data extractor. Task can be extract data from these PDF files when somebody uploads more details. And expected output needs to be a long file, no remove maybe some characters, things like that. These are kind of tasks. Okay, now let's see everything in practice. I have here, again, I have this, I'm gonna share this as well on my GitHub and you will all have access, but let me clear out. I think I just need like 3 minutes to run. I'm gonna carry. All right, so I think first things first, let's get this libraries. You will see how simple code I'm running to get all three working, up and working. This is agents to research and write an article. Now you will see me writing an article with 3 agents. All right, these are just, you need to connect the API and put here which GPT model you want to use, and then create agents. So now this is a planner agent, writer, and editor. Let's do the planner one first. The role is content planner. Goal is to plan engaging and factually accurate content on the topic. Topic is again variable that we will put. Now, backstory is that what is this agent is doing? Basically, can take a look, make informed decisions. Your work is the basis for the content writer. And then we are going to the content writer. Now, content writer, planner already planned the whole scope. The content writer just writes insightful and factually accurate opinions on the topic, and then receives data from receives information from planner. And then next agent is the editor. So someone needs to proofread and tell us if everything is okay or not, right? You see here that it just does some formatting, and then we have tasks. Now we have 3 agents, and now we need to give tasks. Tasks here we specify, prioritize the latest trends, key players, identify target audience, develop a detailed content, right? Include SEO keywords. This is super cool. This is for marketing people that can use this clue. Expected output. Comprehensive content plan document with an outline audience. You can be as specific as you want. I think the more specific you are, better output you have. But this project, you can imagine like you iterate every time you see some output, right? Writer, edit, and then you put everything together. Do you see here agents? I have planner, writer, editor, and I have tasks, plan, write, and edit. And then, I need to run, sorry, forgot, wasn't joined. Okay, get this planner, it's super fast, writer, editor, all the tasks. Okay, I have 3 agents, I gave them 3 tasks, and now I'm creating a team, let's say, preview. All right, now my topic is that master's degree in artificial intelligence. Let's see, you can ask anything here, but let's see. Task was received, content planner started, prioritize, started. Oh, it already has a plan. Do you see? Outline. So planner gave us plan to content writer. Now, content writer wrote the content and editor reviewed. So 3 agent was working in the sequence. Sometimes you can work in the parallel. It depends how complex AI system you are building, but end result is done, right? And this is the article. Is a work of 3 agent. Now, it's better to work with 3 agent than 1 agent. Imagine like you have 3 people for 1 task or 1 people for 1 task. I think it's better to have more people because they work more, better, so you have better output. That's the logic. I hope it's not very much details, but I wanted to show you like how simple code gave us a very good result, right? Last one, but not least, I'm gonna talk about a little complicated system, but this is basically if at your workplace or anywhere you met any other system that popular AI systems, like if it's not a ChatGPT, it's not a Microsoft Copilot, it's not a cloud AI or Anthropic or anything related to the popular AI systems, and it's just custom based, internally built on your data, that means that they use the RAG system. Now, RAG system is, I apologize for the complicated slide, but this was the best slide. I think this describes very well, and bear with me so that I can explain the components here. Every chat application, let's say ChatGPT, has question and contextualized answer, right? Now, when a question comes in, we have embedding model. Now, embedding model is that this text is translated into numbers, into vectors, right? So text is translated into vectors. We create vector database. Vector database is where lives our context documents, like our data. If we have our data, like let's say International Office has a data about OPT, information, service regulations, all this kind of documents, and we also try to like these big PDF files, chunk them, split into small pieces so that it's easy to embed, and then add that everything to vector store. So question came in a vector store where we already have the existing data, and it looks for the by similarity function, similar context. Like, for example, if I'm asking about what's my deadline to apply for OPT, it will look for those documents that is close to that is similar to that vectors, right? To that kind of a numeric definition of that wordings and then sentences. And then comes the AI that takes all these relevant chunks, let's say out of like 100,000 chunks, AI only found maybe 10 chunks, similar chunks, right? So using these 10 chunks and the question, it returns the answer. Now we will do that and it will have more sense. But another example here is that I put all these PDF files, all the data, and I split them into chunks. I create a vector database using embedding model, and then AI used the question asked and the similarity function to find a similar context, similar chunks, and generated answer. All right. So this is all about RAG. I don't want to spend time on this slide because I chose the simplest slides to explain RAG. Now so what I'm going to do now is that I have 4 documents. Let me take them. I have 4 documents, and I'm going to build the chat GPT, let's say chat conversational AI agent on that PDF files. Now let me try to find that documents. It is I found on the website in internet, so it's nothing confidential here. It's basically describing UC's regulations. So here's it. So it's all the regulations and details, right? So I'm gonna put that PDF file, everything inside the RAG system, and let's see what we can do. So what's Snowflake? Snowflake is basically a warehouse system where you have all your data there. It basically helps you to organize and put in different shelves and different databases, your database, your tables. When you work in a large company, you either have Snowflake or Databricks. There are not really, think many other options. These 2 are the market leaders. So it's very interesting to have an understanding of how Snowflake looks like and how Databricks looks like. And then Snowflake has its AI engine, AI Studio. So that's how I am going to manipulate some of the things here, my data. Let's say, okay, let's get started. I think first, let me drop that. So hit I start. Now, first things first, we are going to start to create database. Now, next, I'm going to use the database to create schema. Okay, then let me use that schema. You see here, I'm using Turo demo. Next thing, I'm going to create stage where I need to upload all the documents that I have. Now, to upload all the documents, I'm gonna go to the Turo demo stage and then upload those PDF files that barely was opening, but it's opening. All right, so I'm gonna upload here. All right, these are all our PDFs. Going back to the my SQL part, where I'm going to first organize data for the chat, AI chat. Okay, so here is my PDFs. I can call in here. I know some of you have been using Microsoft SQL Server, which is probably similar. Now, next, what are we going to do is that we're going to read PDFs from the stage. And Snowflake has its parsing function, native function. So I'm going to create some temporary table and call these PDFs to read them. So basically, I'm parsing the PDFs now, and you will see in a moment. Now, I think this is the most longest part. Probably takes less than minutes, but still, like, it goes and just parses all the PDFs with all the data it has, with the graphs or photos or anything. And then next step will be we need to create a table and chunk this big PDF data. So it's finished, and you will see now how it looks like. So you have 4 PDFs, right? We put 4 PDFs. Now, extracted layer. So this is everything that was inside the PDF file we extracted with this function. Now I'm going to create table where I'm going to split that chunks. And here is that function, the chunks. So each chunk size is like 1500, and we have 62 chunks. So 4 PDF files, we split into 62 similar size chunks. This is very important because this is basically how any AI RAG system works. You need to split that PDF because there is always a size limit for the chunks, right? So just to show you an example here, it is, I think I called 15. So this is first chunk, right? It has some data, and then it's split, and then next chunk and next chunk. So you split those contexts. Now, next, we don't need this one. I need to create a search service, and I'm one step away to open my AI chat. Now, thing is that, as I mentioned, there's the AI embedding model always in the RAG system. This is embedding, so I'm creating vector database right now. I just been running. It's creating the vector database, which we will use in the application layer. An application layer also lives inside the Snowflake, and this is called, I can go ahead and open here, Streamlit app. So if anyone is on web development, I think you have seen that. Streamlit app. I'm gonna create OPT AI chat so that we can take as well questions. I'm gonna use demo, create. Okay. So my Cortex search service is created. I used all the chunks that I have. I have 62 chunks. Now what I'm going to do is that I have here my Streamlit app. I'm gonna basically repeat that. And so this is the example Streamlit app, and I just copy pasted. I did not do anything. You will also don't need to do anything. You just need to copy paste the link. And if you want to change the model, yeah, you can do that. And also the system prompt. You should change system prompt, which is here. I think I'm gonna remove this. It's necessary. Yeah. So okay, let's run and we will see. Okay, I need to install here Snowflake Core. It's good that we're doing that live so that you all see what it takes. Snowflake. It's gonna install now in a moment. Let me run. Okay, we have ChatGPT for international office. So this is, let me ask some questions. What kind of questions I can ask, right? So let me try this, some sample questions that I have. Now it goes to the vector database and then looks at the chunks and figures out context. So next question is that what do I need to do before I start the OPT process, right? Let's ask this question. Let's see what it comes back. Well, I hope I'm not very fast. Trying to go slow into details. And yeah, all right. I think some people are asking sharing code with pleasure. So there is a very detailed process and then a very specific question as well. I'm graduating in December 15, 2025. So when can I apply for OPT? So what it does is like analyzes all this data using this question, and it says that, okay, you can actually start in September 16, and the last date will be February 13. So I think pretty impressive what we did just in 10 minutes, right? We just built AI conversational chat using our own data. Now, you can add hundreds and thousands of PDF files in the database and build this engine, okay? So let me see. Now, I think that's like few slides just to explain. Because I know that there's an audience that is interested about the career in AI or data science, but before now, this is my photo. I took it at one of the conferences. Basically, you see on top is all about AI, right? But what is below is all about data, because no AI engineer or data scientist can do anything if you don't have the right data in the right shape, in the right format, and right place, and enough data collected on these data pipelines, right? So everywhere. Now, another element that I would focus when I'm choosing my career, if I want to become an AI engineer or not, I make this decision, I think 7-8 years ago, and the same principle that I'm sharing now is the same principle I applied the other day, because when you see what's going to be top job positions next 10 years, because it's predictable, right? Pretty much. So you see here, what are the skills on rise in 2020 by 2030, right? So you can see that AI and big data, number one, networks and cybersecurity. If you are in there, you're safe, right? But if you are somewhere below, I would think to apply, like, how can I acquire those skills that are in top 3, top 5 maximum, right? So these are the ways. And then here are like fastest growing and declining jobs. Now, I did not put here declining jobs, but fastest growing when I made decision 7 years ago was a data scientist. So I think if you are good in technology and like numbers, it's always on time, because sometimes people think that, oh, I'm too old, or is this, I mean, everybody just got this, and everybody's in AI. Is it still time to do that? I think there is always time, because we're just starting. I think I shared a slide. We're just starting this different type of the economy. So if you find any core skills, it's over there. So it's all about AI, technology literacy, creative thinking. Now, attending these sessions and these kind of sessions, right, obviously gives you more creative thinking and more knowledge. You can do like a system thinking, like, okay, I see this tool, like I see these techniques, I see how this is done. Now I can do that at my workplace, right? I think this is like always um, universal for everyone. And last one, I mean, there are less essential skills, so I would not focus if it's me to decide what to do. And again, I think I shared this slide before at one of the sessions. I'm in corporation like last 7 years, and I've seen feedback from various bosses and managers, and I think I summed up in three. So first one is every single day to learn something new and ask the right questions. That's how you can like figure out what is priority, and also to grow, right? Personally, if you have curiosity. Initiatives, like do not like wait, just go. It's okay if you don't speak very good English, or if you don't speak the same with the same terminology, or if it's somebody's like 10 times higher position. No, always take initiative and I think participate in always in discussions, and like, okay, volunteer, like I can do that. And the last one is, I think without getting things done, we will never be noticed because they see results, right? So these are three things, and there are resources that I think it grow me a lot, and I'm gonna share this with you so that you can take either a screenshot or just note some of the things here. But just very quickly to review, what was the driving force that I tried to adapt or be flexible or learn things fast, is that always connect with the community, like your coworkers or professors, former bosses could be, or go to the AI hackathons. Most of them are online, so these are the way to find your peers, because when you be older and older, you will find less people that has the same mindset, right? Because life takes us in different places after we graduate from New York. Some moves to Illinois, some moves to Germany, some moves to Japan. So it goes very narrow, this network, but we need to always like be outgoing and initiative, especially at AI hackathons or alumni meetings, can be meetups. So I posted here some of the things. Like if I'm in New York based, I would have this meetup where a lot of technology focused AI people community meets. There is like this milestone. DevPost puts a lot of hackathons. I think some of them in person, and these blogs are basically where I learned data science. Like this plus academia, right? But it's not only academia. You need to always fill the gaps because it's always like everywhere. And these people basically are feeding me with a lot of information. So you can follow them on LinkedIn. Zach, if you're interested in data engineering, if AI engineering is your interest, it's Mary Nova and Alex Wang. And there are some YouTube channels. And I think that was all. I hope you took super interesting things from today. We did a lot of things, covered a lot of materials from basics to very detailed, building the 3 AI agents. So we can take any questions if there is. I'll be happy to answer. But thank you so much for this making this evening here for an hour.